The way I think about it is either I'm ugly, which is why guys don't talk to me, or I'm like too attractive that they're intimidated, which is why they don't talk to me. And I don't think I'm ugly, so I'm gonna go with option number 2.
Do you want to know why he's not texting you right now? Because it's not communicative king spring. That's why. And I know like that's hard to grasp, right? But it's fall. And he's not able to communicate right now. He's just not. It's not communicative king spring. And he doesn't have those abilities in the fall. He only has them in the spring, right? So we can't judge him for that. We can't be upset with him for that. It's not the spring. It's not his era. So I just like wanted to tell you that because obviously you're overthinking it. Like, why isn't he texting me? That's why. And yeah, so just live your fall era and he'll hit you up in the spring.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
Daddy, what's between Mummy's legs?
Paradise.
And what's between your legs, Daddy?
The key to paradise.
I think you need to get the locks changed.
Why'd you say that?
Because I think the neighbour next door's got a second key to it.
Look, I don't know who needs to hear this, but hot girl summer doesn't have a weight limit. Put on some sunscreen and own your shit. When we get married, there's no such thing as divorce. You're tired of me? Go to bed. We'll try again tomorrow.
For context, the MMA fighter proposed to his girlfriend after a loss and got rejected in front of 20,000 fans. And it just proves that women only want to be at the finish line. Had he won, it might have been a different story, but overall, he dodged a bullet, because she would have left him eventually as soon as things got hard. Someone in the comment section translated what she said. FYI, she said, after all what happened between us, I don't really think it's a good idea, so I'm saying no in Czech. They probably had a rocky relationship where she didn't show any signs of commitment, and what desperate guys do all the time is that all they think they have to do is to give them their ultimate commitment to get hers, which is wrong. If she was, she'd be committed from day one, and there wouldn't be any drama to start with. Why would he propose after a loss? Exactly. Probably because he actually believed the concept of unconditional love, which the fairy tales and movies promote all the time. Unconditional love is for kids and pets, but both men and women have conditions to be loved. If the woman stays loyal, has a low body count, and stays in shape, and if the man is successful and stays in shape, but mostly successful. Women in Eastern Europe are more traditional, and she saw the writing on the wall, and that his career isn't going anywhere. Wins and losses in MMA are crucial. One loss can set back a career, especially at the lower ranks. Big organizations like the UFC are looking for these undefeated unknown pros and amateurs that can be future stars.
What you recording for?
I just see you in a bikini inside a gas station. That's why I'm just wondering why.
This is the Blade be selling ass over here, so you can put your camera down.
Okay.
I ain't got no shame in my game. You're being hurt. So fuck. I'll break your phone.
I dare you to run in those heels. I'd love to see you. Oh, shoot. Wow, you fast. Oh, my. Woo. North Seattle is lost. Oh, my gosh. And then you see this fella. Hey, bro. Hey, man, you okay? You okay, man? What are you on, blues? You on blues? No, you can't stay on the street, man. It's an alley. Someone's gonna, like, hit you. Can we at least get you off the side of the street? Hey, bro, we got to get you on the side of the street there, man. All right? Come on. What, you gonna roll? No. Nah, man, I gotta pick you up, man.
Just another day in a feminist ran city. This one is Seattle, Washington edition. Entitled Females with No Father End Up Being Literal Streetwalkers, and they're stuck doing this for life until they're 6 feet under. The future for her is doing BJs for $20 so she can eat that day. And the homeless druggie on the ground is a Fenty addict because the feminist governor and mayor are in charge. I was on Aurora recently and was shocked by how many prostitutes I saw. I used to take my kids up to school around there, and though I heard Aurora was a big prostitution area, I never saw them to 2017-ish. We are seeing the fall of society. An e-hooker makes a comment. You are gross for this. SEX workers are human beings. She seems much cooler than you anyway. At least she's not filming strangers and posting it online for clout. It's a public area, firstly. But secondly, she chose to dress half naked in a public area where kids go. Nothing new. Just females who don't want the accountability of their actions. And by the way, the guy who filmed it is a journalist. Bubbly, busty, brainy blonde. The all-natural hairy MILF next door. To buy my videos and join my fan club. And of course, she's a streetwalker too. It is just a sad world we live in where even mids can make money being an HOE.
I went recently on a 2-week trip to South America, and on that trip, I cheated on my boyfriend of 2 years. Oh boy. But the moment it happened, I instantly regretted it. I cry every day thinking about it. I love my boyfriend with all my heart. I couldn't possibly bear telling him the truth. What would Alex do? Oh no. Girl, girl, girl. Channeling. My first and initial thought here, if you cheated on him, is he really the one for you? And I know that sounds really bad. Maybe he is really great and maybe you do really love him, but maybe you don't want a boyfriend right now. It's not giving to me that you're like 110% like overly obsessed with this guy. I don't know. Oh my god, this one's really stressing me out. If you want to move forward and you want to have a good relationship with this guy, this is the one and this is your man, I think you have to tell him. No. If this is a guy that you are going to break up with, maybe I would break up with him and not tell him that I cheated on him. And you know why? Protecting my own peace here.
And this is why her traveling without you is a bad idea. And it's a good indication if she really loves you or not. If she does, she'd want you to be there with her. If she don't, she'll go by herself or with her friends on a girl trip. And so, if she decides to go without you, that's the end of the relationship and move on. Throw her stuff out in plastic bags and change the locks on the doors. When she claims she loves him, it's because she loves the benefits of having a good boyfriend. She doesn't actually love him because she cheated on him. And traveling is a great cover for women to cheat, especially if it's in another country. The chances of someone knowing her or you in that country is slim to none. And the advice of breaking up without telling him is toxic because it gaslights him into thinking he did something wrong. And in her mind, it justifies cheating because she broke up with him to make things even or to say okay to what she did. She could say in her mind, I broke up after, so technically I was single, so technically I didn't cheat. In relationships where the female breaks up with the guy several times, she's just doing it to ride the cock express and then hop back into her placeholder boyfriend's arms. One of the top comments says, that was good advice, like 100% very solid advice. No, that wasn't, because the excuse of he's not the one will keep a female single for the rest of her life, which excuses her bad actions, especially cheating. She'll use the excuse to cheat on every man instead of actually trying to be faithful in a relationship. And this is why women keep other women single. Also, chances are the female that cheated can't pair bond and is addicted to new D. Love and cheat can't go in the same sentence. Exactly. When it comes to women, love is exclusively tied to being faithful. A post-wall comments, when I was 23, I would have given this advice. At 38, the truth does not always set you free. Translation, she got dumped, and now that she's still single, she wishes she was a Decepticon and was never honest so she can have the commitment. But because she was 23 and had so much interest from men, she confused lust with love, which is why she ended up single.
Where in the world are they making men like this? They do not make them like this in the UK. Like we are. Where are they making these?
Who's gonna tell her? She chose a Fast and Furious actor looking Chad who's a model in LA and thinks somehow this type of man should be in abundance somewhere. Even if dudes like that were in the UK, they wouldn't be there for long. They'd be on a beach in the Mediterranean where there's hot women in bikinis, or in Miami or LA. Why would a dude like that be in the UK where the weather is soggy? And it just proves that a lot of these females, especially used up ones, want the elite of the elite males. Men who can post a video and 600k thoughts would like it. That's like me asking, where's the prime Pamela Anderson type females in the UK?
Naughty boys who don't do what they're told need a little punishment to keep them in line.
My stepdad almost fainted when he saw how much money I made. He was like, this is what I make. What you make in a month is what I make in a year. So he was like, all kudos to you. But he's still a little traumatized, you know, but it is what it is.
So they're supportive now of it.
I mean, I wouldn't say necessarily supportive, but I mean, they're not gonna, like my mom is like, you know, just kind of like, I always, you know, if I was your age and I would get my money too. So, you know, but she doesn't want me to do it forever, you know.
Right.
But
no, for sure. I mean, I think that's like, it's always nice to have people in your corner, and when you can take care of your family, you know, and you seem like you're a very like family oriented person. You're really close with your little sister too, right?
Yeah, I'm very family oriented. I love my family, you know, and that's one of the like the blessings about doing OnlyFans is kind of like I get to, you know, as much as it is kind of like people are like, oh, aren't you embarrassed, aren't you ashamed? And I'm like, you know, in some ways maybe people can look at it and like, but no, I have no shame. I'm not hurting anybody,
right.
You know, I'm not stealing from nobody, I'm not robbing from anyone, I'm not doing anything illegal, and I'm just, you know, making some men happy.
HIV related response. Why don't you date someone with HIV? Well, I don't need to, because we do have such a thing called U equals U, which means I or anyone else who is positive cannot physically pass the virus on to anyone if they are taking their medication as instructed, which I do because I have a strong sense of preserving my life for me. And yes, so anyone else who is positive and on medication cannot pass the virus on. The people who should be worried are the ones who do not know their status, don't use condoms, and don't get tested regularly.
The women who are on a crusade to end the STD stigma are the same ones who refuse to date other people with their incurable STD. You can't make this shit up, as Kevin Samuels used to say. By the way, who wants to take one for the team and be the guinea pig to see if Big Pharma isn't lying about their drug that supposedly stops one of their worst STDs out there? This is the one STD that can kill you. Yes, there are new drugs that allow people to live with HIV, but what if they run out of money, or they can't get access to the drugs anymore? At least with herpes, you'll just get painful cold sores, but with AIDS, without meds, you'll die a slow, painful death. Let's see what the commenters say. Top commenter asks, what about the ones who are HIV and are spreading it? That scares me, that part terrifies me. And someone responds, then I suggest you approach them and tell them they will be arrested and jailed for life if they do that. Not in California. The most gynocentric state in the United States have lowered the penalty of knowingly spreading AIDS from a felony to a misdemeanor. Someone with common sense says what we're all thinking. If anybody believes that, they are insane. Why would anyone compromise their health? Exactly. That's like playing Russian roulette because someone advocated you won't get shot because only one of the chambers has a bullet in it. So some woman responded, you not really smart, are you? She is smart. Better to be safe than sorry. There. You've thought you heard it all till a modern woman opens her mouth. The moral of the story is women should keep their legs closed and stay a virgin till marriage because no amount of sex education can stop one from getting an STD.
A man's greatest strength, 99% of men do not utilize this. 99% of men have not got the balls to do this. The strength of walking away from a woman. A man these days can't even walk away from disrespect and violation from his woman. Cheating off his woman. He'll threaten to leave. Biggest mistake ever. Never threaten a woman. Never tell a woman, oh, if you go out with your male friends, I'll leave. She'll call you bluff and she'll put that threat to the test. And as soon as you don't follow up on that threat, respect is gone. Got to be low tolerance. It's the only way you'll be respected. Don't threaten to do stuff. Do it with no warning. Men are so afraid to leave the woman because they feel like they can't get another woman. They're so scared to be single. It's so hard to date out here. Where am I going to find another woman that makes me feel like this, that and the other? It's crazy. But the thing is, you're 100% right. It's hard. It's very hard. Getting to the point where you can just walk away from a woman. We're the natural leaders. They look to us, and if we're just sitting there tolerating it, they're going to take advantage. If your woman just allowed you to do whatever, would you take advantage of that? Yes, you'll take advantage of it. You've got to work on yourself. Everything else falls in line. You can't just settle with the first woman that shows you a bit of interest, and you're so scared of losing this woman that you tolerate BS, because now look, it's spread everywhere. You've got to have the power of walking away. Any type of disrespect cannot be tolerated, and that's final. No women with loads of male friends. No women with ex-boyfriends lingering around. No women with baby dads lingering around. No women who like going out to the club every week. Women will shame a man for not wanting to tolerate this stuff, and men who tolerate it will shame the men who don't tolerate it, calling us insecure, this and that. No, you're the insecure one, because you're putting up with this stuff, and the reason you're putting up with this stuff is because you're insecure, because you feel like you can't get no more women if this one leaves. Whereas us that don't tolerate it, we're so secure that we're willing to terminate the relationship in order to deal with someone that meets our standards. Low tolerance is the key. Peace.
I just checked my student loans because I needed to get the information to someone, and I started with $80,000. I have been paying for 10 years. Last year, I paid $6,000 lump sum because that's really the only way to get it low. That took it down to $76,000 after I've been paying for 9 years. The grand total is I have paid $120,000 and I still owe $76,000. I think I might be late to the game learning about this. Student loans are really messed up.
Yeah, they are really messed up. So here's what's happening here. She didn't realize that making minimum payments with a high interest rate would mean her student loan balance grows as she tries to pay it down. So she's paid down $4,000 from her original balance while having paid $120,000 total for an $80,000 loan. Y'all, this is the reality of student loans. This is why you can't just make minimum payments. This is why you shouldn't get on these income-based repayment plans where it keeps your payment nice and low as a gift to you while your student loan balance balloons and balloons and balloons. It could grow 50%, even 100% if you make these minimum payments. So you got to throw extra at it. Use the debt snowball method. Get these out of your life. Don't wait a decade or 2 decades. Take control. Be done with it forever.
If you keep making just the minimum payments on your student loans, the interest that is accruing can start to outgrow the actual money you're paying towards your loan. High schools should teach basic finances, but feminists keep on lowering the education standards, and the gynocentric dictatorship wants debt slaves, so people are easier to control. Some woman commented, interest should not exist on student loans. I know it's the reality, but reality is wages are not keeping up and it's evil. If witches like you stopped voting for free handouts, then the feds wouldn't devalue the dollar by printing more money. A chick responded, I'm glad you're permanently unhappy, TBH. That's funny. Modern women don't really care about each other if they don't have the same problem. Another one commented, yes, forget rent, forget groceries, forget transportation, forget going to the doctor, dentist, and pay off your loans at once. Easy. No one put a gun to your head to go into debt to go to college. Should have used basic math to break it all down. But according to feminists, math is sexist. A man finally said what we're all thinking. This is why you shouldn't go to school. Some other woman responded, what a white and privileged comment. Modern women will find anything to blame except for themselves or their ideology. There you go. More reasons why you gotta go MGTOW.
You're doing great, actually.
Why did stuff like that? You told me to lean forward more. Men who get up at 4 or 5 a.m. to go to work in the morning and provide for their family should get unlimited BJs. I don't make the rules.
Alright, this sounds for everyone who looks younger than their actual age and people don't believe them when you tell them how old you are.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
If you want to be treated like a queen, treat your man like a king. It's really that simple. Example, my man is coming back from a week-long work trip. I'm on my way to the airport right now to pick him up in his truck that I got detailed for him, with also flowers, breakfast, and coffee. It is really that simple. It is the little things that count. On top of loving them, respecting them, sleeping with them. Treat your man like a king, you'll get treated like a queen. He'll forever love you. He'll forever respect you. He won't cheat on you. Wow.
This is what men want. And I know that a lot of women have a hard time hearing this because they always want the man to be doing more for her than she is for him. Because that power dynamic feels safe. But ladies, this is how as a woman, you can get what you want. If you're willing to reciprocate and sometimes give first because somebody has to go first. If you can do this, you're going to stand out from most women today. Trust me.
As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you'll get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.